Today, guys, is finally the day. We have our UnderGlow kit from LowGlow. I'm super excited. I had this pre-ordered a couple weeks ago. Finally got it delivered to me. I got my hands on one. Thank you to all the guys down at LowGlow for getting this out so quickly to me and answering every question that I had about this product. They have great customer service, so if you guys are looking to get this same UnderGlow kit, you can hit them up. I'll drop their Instagram down in the description. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this opened up. I'm super excited to dive into what came inside the box. If you guys look here, we have the LowGlow stickers. That's actually pretty cool. It's a slammed forklift. And then we have this one. They're actually really good quality. This one's really thick. Pretty impressed by that. So we have those two. Of course, we have our Scooby snacks. If you guys look there, fruit flavored snacks. I'm gonna have to try these later. We have some clips. I'm guessing these are some clips we can attach to hold on the actual UnderGlow kit. Of course, we have our strips. So this is our front. We have our sizing of our actual strips that come with it. Here we have our side strips. Same thing, 180 centimeters, 2-piece. So here's our rear, 60 centimeters. So these are the LED lights over here. Over here, we have, so this is our wiring for our lights. Man, this is a lot of wiring. I hope it's not gonna be as difficult as it looks right now. In this pouch, we have some more wiring. So I'm guessing these are gonna be our power and grounds for our batteries. This is gonna be our on and off switch for our lighting. The relay controlling it, connector, and a fuse. This is definitely gonna be our power wiring for the UnderGlow kit. It's always cool when a company provides zip ties. So we have plenty of zip ties for the installation. From apart those zip ties, we of course have more stickers, LowGlow. Yeah, that one's pretty sick. We have some FRSs or 86s, however you want to consider it. That's pretty cool. I wish they would have thrown a TypeR in there. LowGlow, if you're watching this, please make a TypeR decal and send it to me. I would really appreciate it. So this is our magic controller. It's gonna help us connect our LEDs to our phone. And then last but not least, we have installation instructions through LowGlow. I'm definitely gonna be referencing this, but for you guys, at least you have my YouTube video to watch. I'm gonna try to get as descriptive as I can for you guys so you guys can know exactly how to install these, and we'll go ahead and go from there. So before starting, guys, we have a little kit content section here. It shows us everything that we just unboxed. Also a little bit of an easy diagram of how it's gonna be routed. So we have those wires that we saw here all through the sides, and then we have our wiring through the center, our fuse with our relay, and our switch back here, and then how the magic controller is going to be wired up too with the relay harness and the UnderGlow. And before installing the UnderGlow kit, we're going to connect them just to verify that all the lights work. That way we don't have to be halfway through the install and then when we connect it for a light to be out or something. So I'm going to go ahead and wire this up, and I'll show you guys that everything works properly. All right guys, just to give you a little bit of an update what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna wire this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay everything out next to my car first. And once I have everything laid out and I kind of get an idea of how these LEDs are gonna be run, then I'm actually gonna start the installation. So what I see here is, if you look closely, there's like a Y extension here, which I matched to this one right here. It's the only Y. So what I did is I attached the female and the male together on one of these LED strips for the fronts. And here is the other side of the front LED strip, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing, which is gonna be this side over here, and I'm gonna just plug it in. Make sure you match the terminals together and twist that. So now these two front LEDs should be connected properly. I'm gonna go ahead and give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and figure out where this goes so we can continue running it. All right guys, update. I'm a little bit closer now. I noticed that this extension harness right here that runs into the magic controller is gonna be this one because it has open wires at the end of it. So if you flip this over, You can see the white, yellow, and red wires here that are going to connect into the Magic controller. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these. Then I'm going to run the relay harness, which is these two connectors. One second. These two connectors. And that should be wired up on this part. Then we just have to continue putting the extensions for the other strips so we can test out all the lights. So we went ahead and wired up all the LED strips. So this one's for the front, these two are for the sides, and then we have the rear back there. We have everything connected up, just on a rough estimate right here. This is our relay box for our lights, our fuse, and then our power and ground. So we're gonna hook these up to the battery, make sure that all the lights, all the LEDs work before we install them, because it would suck that we install them all and then we have to pull everything back off because they don't work.
Yeah, that would really suck.
All right, go ahead.
Negative to red, right? Nah.
Yeah. Get them backwards. Oh man, dude, that looks sick.
Sorry, I'm in your way. That's pretty cool.
Oh shoot. Dude, this is gonna look so good under the car.
Ultimate ricer.
Here, try one of these.
What is this? Scooby snacks.
They came with it too.
Did they really?
Yeah.
You wanna try one? Or am I like a test dummy in case I die?
Oh, test dummy, and then if you don't die, I'll try one.
That's fine. That smells like my childhood. Everybody has Scooby gummies when they're younger.
Oh, those are good.
You know, just for this, I love this company. That's pretty cool. You know, you give me snacks.
So we ran the LED lights on the outside of the car, giving us a rough estimate of how they're gonna run under the car. Just to keep ourselves a little bit more organized so we don't get confused with all the wires and all the cables and everything. So now that we have everything laid out, we're gonna start with running the harness down. That way we know where everything goes and secure everything. Let me give you guys a little update of what we're doing right now. This is that smart box that we have to connect to wire the lights. The wire that we're running down here right now is the one that's gonna connect to the Y splitter, which is this one right here. But in order to do that, we have to run it through the bottom, which is what Marcus is helping us with right now. So we fed the wire through the bottom. The issue is the Y is gonna have to go somewhere in the middle, so we're gonna bring it down more. We're gonna route it, yeah,
Through here, right?
we're gonna try to route it through the middle, and then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and install the lights through here. I think the best option for us is routing the lights right here on the front of this guard.
Yeah, there's like a tiny little...
There's like a little lip right there. I didn't want to have to remove the PRL intake because I'm lazy, so this is the next best option. So at the moment we are removing the skid plate because the skid plate has to come off. Well, it doesn't have to come off, but it's going to make it easier for us to route this wire, and we are trying to make this install look as clean as possible. Because this Type R is an OEM Plus car. Right, Marcus?
Yeah, I know all about OEM Plus.
And there's a Phillips right there in the front.
Yeah.
Well, one of the Phillips is missing, so...
Well, and the one's like stripped already.
Just put a lot of pressure on it, you'll be fine. There you go. Invite your friends over so they can do all the work for you.
Yeah, alright.
This bracket is where we are going to zip tie the LowGlow wiring to. We're going to zip tie it under it to try to make it as clean as possible. And then we are going to take it out through this center hole right here, which then we're going to install the LEDs for it. First, we got to run it from here to over here. And once we do that, I'll show you guys. That should be it, guys, for our module portion of it.
The box.
The box. Ground's on top, which is obviously black. I like it. Got our fingerprints all over, but I like it.
It's okay.
So now to properly secure the box, we're gonna run some layers of 3M tape on it, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. How's that look?
It's pretty good.
3M.
It looks like it has 3M tape on it.
Peel the 3M tape for obvious reasons.
Thank you, sir.
Let's mount this up. Get right around there.
Should you have routed this first?
Actually, looks pretty good.
It looks like it belongs there, except for those fingerprints. But no one's gonna know unless you watch this video.
which I hope you do. There we go.
They're gonna come to the car and be like, "Hey, look, those are the fingerprints you're talking about. Why does it look like that?"
I know, right? Seema, if you'd like to invite me to your event, I'd appreciate it.
And if you want a piece of junk RSX that has the K20 that every other RSX has, and a turbo kit that also a lot of other RSXs have, or hatches, or any other Honda, this is one truly, quote unquote, unique build, right, Kevin? This is something that's never been done.
Your build is so nice.
No one's ever done a boosted K series. It's almost like they come factory boosted now, you know?
Totally doesn't get stranded on the side of parking lots.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't leave me broke down. It's in stress. Just kidding. I know. Obviously I know that there's plenty of other K series boosted cars out there. That was all a joke. Before anybody goes in the comments and says, "Oh, there's plenty of other K swap cars." Mine's not K swaps, so they came from factory. Wait, well, technically, I blew my engine up, right? So I put another K series in it. Will that make it a K swap? What do you think, Kevin? You're the master tech here.
I think anything your little heart desires is what your car is. If you want to consider it your K swap unique, no one else has done it, then do it, bro.
Yeah, because nobody else has ever put another engine in an R6. After 20 years of the car being released, no one's ever done it.
But yours is the cleanest RSX out there.
Yeah, you want to see all my imperfections? Like,
oh God!
Look at that high quality paint. Yeah, it's very terrible. Those nasty seats. Oh, Kevin, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do it. But if anybody has any blue Recaros, DC5 Type R Recaros, an OEM front bumper, or an OEM rear bumper, let Kevin know so he can let me know, because I really need it. My car looks like it came out of a freaking junkyard.
I don't want the extra wire to just be wrapped on my engine bay. What I'm doing is I spliced into the power and ground wiring that's going to tie to our batteries, and depending how much length I'm going to need, because it's so long, I'm going to splice it into the one connected into the controller box. That way it's really nice and short and nice and clean. So the extra mile that we go for it, I went ahead and I wrapped the negative and positive terminals in wire loom and tape. That way it sits cleaner too on the engine bay, and this part right here where the relay attaches to, I wrapped it in loom too. This is going to be wrapped in loom, just like I wrapped the bottom portion of this with loom. Everything's wrapped with loom because I want it to look as original as possible. So we're going to splice these wires. We're going to strip them down. We're going to figure out how much length we need, cut that, splice them together, use our butt connectors, tie everything together, and zip tie it. And it should look really clean in the engine bay, thankfully, hopefully. Big hopeful. So Mark is my videographer. I don't know why I'm paying him. Completely forgot to record this part, but basically all we did is we took off the battery nut and we ran the washer for the positive cable to the battery terminal, and then now we're zip tying this wire right here, and then our ground wire is going to run to this ground that's over here on this side. But we're not going to connect it yet because obviously we don't want an active wire while we're splicing and cutting. So that should be fine. The fuse is right here on the back side. You can barely tell it's there, which is what we want.
Or like in there? Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's back here. So you can't even tell. So that's good. Wow, these are some great zip ties. They're really small. I love how you can't even tell. Boom. You might be asking yourself, why is it a good idea to cut and splice this wire? It's because of this. If we didn't cut and splice that wire, all this wiring was just going to be wrapped inside our dash. I mean, not wrapped inside our engine bay, and that's something I didn't want. I wanted it to look clean. So if you look right here, now that we cut and spliced, it's going to sit right here, and we're obviously going to wire loom this. So it's gonna sit really good, guys. It's going to look really nice after we're done with it. Make sure not to mix these up. Black goes with black, red goes with red. I could never be a surgeon, dude. Look at my head. Look how much my hand's shaking. Use a heat gun. I'm experienced and I'm a professional, so I'm using a torch.
Yeah, okay.
You never want to torch your ECM. That's not a good idea. There we go. Okay. Wrap it with electrical tape. when you open up your engine bay at car meets, people are like, whoa, where'd you even route the lights? I've had so many people come up to me at car meets for my marker lamps, and when they look at the wiring, they're like, whoa. I don't want to get the whole procedure of us wrapping the wire loom and electrical tape, but look at that, guys. This right here is where the splice was. You can barely tell. You're making me sound worse. Alright guys, so on this passenger side, we're going to show you guys how to run the wiring. The extension wiring you need to connect the lights. So Marcus is going to come through the top and feed me the wire down. I'm going to catch it through the bottom. And if you see right here, there is a hole right here that we're going to feed the wire through and catch it. And then with that, we're going to bring it around, over, and out through the other side. So we're going to be running it through the inside of the fender liner.
Wait, what am I doing?
You got to feed me this part to the top.
I lucky forgot how I fed it through.
I'm glad you got that on one video. Damn, buddy, you really know how to work your hands.
I sure do, man.
Dude, I don't see it at all.
I've done this too many times. I'm dropping it down there.
Yeah, I don't see it at all.
Where are you waiting for it at? Right here?
I can see it by the parking lot.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Bro, did you run it through the back of it?
No, hold on. So we're feeding it through here.
Marcus, were you feeding it through the back?
I was feeding it through the front like an idiot. Behind the scenes. We're two idiots.
That's how it looks like.
Hey, where's the other flashlight?
Two monkeys, one football.
How do we throw it? Use your legs. Okay, I see your finger, but it's like way further. Oh yeah, just keep doing that.
Just like that.
Just like that. That's it. That's it right there.
We're going down?
Not anymore. It's getting caught on something. You can't go further this way?
Oh, I got it. I can see the car.
Why don't we do this the first time?
Why didn't we do this the first time?
Alright, anyway, long story short. So how we did it was we fed it through here. Kind of by the
Ow!
Yo, nice.
Oh, my head. Oh, look
I
at
really
that.
hope you include that. So the side of the harness without the O-ring. We routed it through here, right through this hole right here. And Kevin actually popped his spinner liner off so he can get behind it. And he grabbed it through here and he fed it through. Which hole, Kevin, down there?
I fed it through the big hole. This one right here.
Oh, the big hole.
So pull it, Marcus. Keep on pulling. There you go. A little bit more. There you go. So now that wire is fed through.